Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Moustache John. Hello again, friends. Moustache John here. In this video, we're going to take a look at all the goals scored in the English Premier League Match Week 2. I'll give a little bit of input from some of the results, and we'll take a look at the table at the end of Match Week 2. So, hope you enjoy it. If you have any feedback, leave me a comment down below. Let's dive right in. All right, so this first goal from Arsenal, Lacazette, that's pure hustle. That's what that is. Lacazette is a little dude, all right? He's not a big guy at all. He's holding people off like he's Lukaku out there, like he's big, strong man, but he's not. Tiny little dude, watch this. Holds off Peters there, standing strong. He could have just gone down and asked for a penalty. That's what jumps out to me, is that 9 out of 10 players in this era, if they're in Lacazette's situation there, they're going down, they're asking for a foul. They're not even worried about trying to get a foot on the ball. All right, this goal here from Burnley, I thought this was offsides. Replay proved me wrong, but when I saw this live, I thought for sure offsides. That didn't look right to me. It's also funny to me when players make a big celebration out of goals that was lucky. You just happened to be standing there. You didn't do much to create that. Whatever. Good for you, Barnes. Barnes had great goals in Match Week 1. If you want to go back and check those out. Great goals in Match Week 1. Danny Ceballos, I'll tell you what. I start him over Ozil no matter what this year. He was hustling. Boom. Great finish from Aubameyang there. Danny Ceballos hustled throughout the match. That goal from Aubameyang came out. Look at him celebrating there. Came out because Danny Ceballos hustled and won the ball back in the attacking third. Aubameyang comes up with it. Fantastic finish. He's looking sharp this year. Okay, here we go. Norwich versus Newcastle. What is this gentleman's name now? This guy's scoring all these goddamn goals. Let me look it up real quick. Pookie. I don't know anything about this guy. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on him. New to the Premier League, but had, I think, was it one goal? Yeah, he scored the goal against Liverpool last week, and now a hat trick this week. And I'll tell you what, these aren't just crap lucky goals. These are legitimate goals. If you watch Pookie's finishing technique here, he's glancing up, seeing where the goalie is, and then boom, near post finish on those first two. Fantastic. Glance up at the keeper, sees where he is, left foot, tuck it in. And look, keeper's going opposite direction. He's not going to be able to dive across. His momentum's going across his body there. Fantastic. Fantastic by Pookie. And then Shelby gets a consolation goal. So 3-1 to Norwich. 63% of the possession to Norwich. So good for them. I mean, obviously Pookie's not going to be able to keep up this goal rate. That would be insane. So, but who knows? Maybe Norwich is going to play spoiler for some teams this year. Everton-Watford, not a lot of action in this one. This is the only goal you're going to see from Bernard here in the 10th minute. Great finish again. Seeing a theme here of near post finishes. Bernardo's quick. He's another tiny little guy. Quick on the ball. He came to Everton last year. Didn't produce a whole lot last year. I expected better from him. But when you're new to the Premier League and you're at a new club, it takes time to settle in. So nothing to be concerned about. Off to a strong start here, obviously. Split possession, Everton 44, Watford 56. Good win for Everton at home. Mane with the powerful shot. Powerful shot. Very good. Dip of the shoulder. Mane's so quick. All it takes, that's all it is. Left shoulder dip. Flick it off to the right. Powerful curler into the side netting. Beautiful from Mane. Let me check final scores here. We got a 2-1 result, so let's see what the second goal is. Firmino, I'll tell you what, he is Liverpool's key to success. If he stays healthy this year and he's able to play in most, if not all, of the Premier League matches, Liverpool might win the league this year. Might. So we got 2-0 Liverpool. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I saw that goal already. Oh, Adrian, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Klopp had a comment about this, said Adrian is now officially a Liverpool goalkeeper. So God damn, that's terrible. That's just being lazy. Villa versus Bournemouth. Penalty. What are you going to do? Great cross. Nothing there. See what happens here. Oh, terrible giveaway by Villa. Terrible giveaway. And a deflection and off the post. How unlucky can you be? Oh, that starts out with a terrible giveaway. Obviously, you don't dummy the ball in midfield with right at the top of the box. You're 5-10 yards in front of the defensive box. What are you doing dummying that ball? Who told you to do that? That was ridiculous. Villa, my goodness. Consolation goal coming up for Villa. This one ended up 2-1. The Villains had 63% of the possession. So, this was a ripper, though. Top of the box. Curler. That's beautiful. Doesn't get much prettier than that. Who scored that one? Douglas Luiz. Great goal, Douglas Luiz. All right, Brighton West Ham. Let's see what we got going on in that one. This one also ended up 1-1. Couple of late goals. Javi Hernandez and Leandro Trossard. Chicharito, I'll tell you what. He's been hanging out, getting goals. This is kind of what he does. Nothing spectacular. Took deflection off the keeper going in, but that's what Chicharito does. Murray here, hustling off the ball. West Ham not getting back. That's what that is. West Ham defenders not coming back. 1-1 finish. I mean, not bad for Brighton. Any points that Brighton can pick up, good for you. Yeah. It's a good finish. Definitely a good finish, but yeah, good power on that one. You got to do better, though. All right, City Tottenham. Here we go. This was a good one. So both goals for City, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna pause right there. So Kevin De Bruyne doesn't even have to look up to play that ball. He takes one touch cross to the back post. That's by design. That's their game plan. If you notice, there's 2 or 3 players for Man City on the back post there waiting for that ball in. So they know when they get it down that corner and Kevin De Bruyne is creeping up, they're going to play it back to Kevin De Bruyne. He's whipping it in, far post, goal. Goal. I mean, anytime that you can set it up so that Raheem Sterling is getting a free header on the back post, you're doing something right. Obviously, when Raheem Sterling is scoring headers for you, you're doing something right. Tottenham. Okay, so this was against the run of play. Lamela just kind of pulled this one out. I think, honestly, keeper is not expecting that one at all. He's a little bit screened if you see from the angle from behind him. But, yeah, that was definitely against the run of play. But Lamela just fighting for it. KDB, look at this. Near post. Amazing finish by Aguero. That's class. That's pure class. You're going to see that all season from Aguero. He's going to be a top scorer again this year. KDB, again, he just knows where he's going to be. They've been playing together for years now. KDB missed pretty much all of last season. Only had 2 assists last season. And already in this match he had 2. But then again, what the fuck? Lucas comes on. I'm pretty sure this was his first touch. Comes on in the 55th minute. Header. What are you doing? Who's that over? Walker? Walker, you can't let that happen. You can't let Lucas come over and just out-jump you like that. That was terrible. Let me pause. I want to talk about that match a little bit, actually. So, City versus Tottenham. This was pretty big. First of all, Tottenham didn't have Dele Alli, didn't have Heung-min Son, and they go into Man City and get the draw. They got the draw against the run of play. They had 45% of the possession, not bad, but shots on goal, City had 10 shots on goal, Tottenham, just the 2. But you know what Tottenham did with those 2? Buried them. Tottenham buried them, okay? That's the difference. Man City, if you're going to have 10 shots on goal, you got to put away 5 of those. You have to. But also, your defense is looking a little bit suspect right now. You can't let someone like Lamela dribble straight up the midfield and get a shot up. That wasn't even like a ridiculous shot. That should have been saved. Keeper's sleeping on that one. And then Lucas comes on. First touch, corner, header, out jumps Walker. You can't have that. You cannot have that at all. If City's going to be scoring 2-3 goals a match against the Big Six club, they have to rely on their defense to get clean sheets. That's what they need. And I know Pep was tearing those assholes up in the locker room at halftime and after the match. Torn up. I wouldn't be surprised if he changes the starting lineup, particularly looking at that defense for next week. We'll see what happens. Anyway, back to the highlights. Sheffield United. Goal here. All right. Let's see what we got. This is the beginning of the Sunday matches. So this one's 1-0 to Sheffield United against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is bad this year. Bad. Look at that. Keeper saves it right to the top of the 6. I mean, he puts it around the first attacking player there, but lazy defense. Van Aanholt, where are you? You're the left back, and you're coming all the way over. Where were you on that one, dude? Chelsea-Leicester. This one was disappointing. Obviously, I wanted to see more from Pulisic. My opinion right now is Pulisic's doing okay. I hope that they continue to rotate him starting and coming off the bench to give him different opportunities. Pulisic seemed to be like a half second behind on getting his passes off, which is a little bit rough. I think he'll adapt. Obviously, he's new to the league. There's big expectations. Listen, he's doing real well. I'm not hating on Pulisic. He's taking players on. He's being aggressive. He does tend to disappear sometimes when they are having a lot of possession in the attacking third. I don't think he quite knows where to fit in. When they're on the counterattack and looking to break through the lines, fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to jump back because I just skipped through all the goals. Didn't talk about them at all. Let's get back to where we want to be here. All right, so Mount on this goal. Again, good hustle. Goes in, wins the ball. I think that Schmeichel was expecting another touch there, maybe him to push it wide and try to go near post. If you see, he just gets caught off balance. So good goal for Mount. Another young player, up and coming. Frank Lampard's got a young team this year. So I'm very interested to see what that lineup shakes out to be, match to match. Who's going to be the consistent starting forwards for that team? Chelsea defensive woes. Listen, I don't know who was marking him. Let's see. Azpilicueta. Why would you have Azpilicueta marking Ndidi there? That's so stupid. And Kurt Zouma, he doesn't have any business being a starting center back in the Premier League. He needs to leave. If Frank Lampard's going to have any success, he needs to look at that defense. I'll tell you that. All right, United here. This is a fantastic goal. First of all, could have gone to Shaw. I think Shaw would have probably put that in row Z. But Martial here. Martial is loving the number 9, both the number on the kit and the position. Another great goal for him. One touch, knows where that goal is, fires it near post. But then United caught sleeping here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Man United players there, all watching the ball get crossed to the top of the box there instead of actually stepping out to meet that player head on and get in front of that shot. Nobody takes a step until that ball is at his feet at the top of the box. So poor defending. All they needed to do there was step out, and you're good to go. So this week's takeaways. Let's look at the table. We got Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal's off to a great start. They've been very inconsistent over the last few years, particularly because of players like Mesut Ozil. So I think replacing him in the starting lineup with someone like a Danny Ceballos, who's going to be more consistent, who's going to come back and play some defense for you, that's going to pick up a lot more points this year. So I mean, as of right now, listen, the top 4 is tough. You want to say it's going to be City and Liverpool fighting for the top. You want to say Arsenal and Tottenham are going to be fighting for 3rd, and that's going to knock someone down to 4th. United, I think they're going to have the same problem they had the last few years, and the same problem that Arsenal has. It's consistency. I think McTominay in Man United's midfield is fantastic. I think he gives them a lot of grit. It allows Pogba to drift a little bit more into those attacking positions. But overall, again, consistently, you have to be able to squeeze out those 1-0 wins away from home. If you're going to win the championship this year, if you're going to stay in the top 4 all season, you cannot be dropping those points. So, Man United, not sure. Chelsea looking rough. The difference is Chelsea is in the early stages of experimenting with their lineup. Hazard went to Madrid. They're figuring out who their starting forward's going to be. They've got Pulisic. They've got Mount. Pedro and Willian are still sticking around, so they're just kind of figuring that out still. Frank Lampard, new manager. So I don't know. I feel like the expectations for Man United are significantly higher than they are for Chelsea. If Chelsea stay in the top 6, it's a win for them. If they make it in the top 4, I'll be very impressed because I think it's going to end up being Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, and then Man United and Chelsea. So we'll see about that. Mostly very, very impressed by Tottenham going into City, getting points. It was interesting also how Pep was chewing out Aguero, and then as soon as Man City took the lead again, it was all hugs and kisses. That's how intense Pep Guardiola is. If you listen to the Barcelona players from his days managing Barcelona, they would all talk about how crazy and intense Pep Guardiola is. So when you see him chewing somebody out on the sideline, it could be for anything. It could be for not getting back and marking. It could be for not being in the right position offensively. Like any little things like that. If you do not obey his instructions, he will chew you out. That's Pep. That's Pep. You gotta love it. So that's it. That's all the goals for this week. I may do further breakdowns of a few matches. We'll see. Look for those if they come out. If not, I'll do some more next week. But thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.